Hello everybody and welcome to another video, and in this video I came to explain a little bit better these 4 suggestions that I gave on another video. It was a short video and I just showed these 4 pocketbooks as suggestions to play an RPG in a pocket format, which is usually with less rules, a little bit faster to play, a little bit easier to understand. So you could play these in a group or solo if you want to play these pocket games solo. I'm going to go over all of this one by one, and let's start with this one here. Okay, so let me put these other ones aside for a moment. And this one, it's called Pocket Fantasy. Pocket Fantasy is a condensation of a what you would think a traditional RPG is. You know, like the big rule book with how to define your character's class and race and weapons and all of those things. The guy who created this one, and I don't remember his name, but I think it's this one, Brandon Goiringer, which I'm probably butchering his last name, but I'm going to put links on the description so you guys can check it out. So he just created a lighter version of what we would consider a traditional RPG. You know, all the defining classes, defining races, getting your weapons, generating dungeons, going in an adventure. Everything is here. All the RPGs I'm going to show today, they are tailored towards fantasy, which is my favorite type of RPG. So that's what we are going through today. So this obviously is a pocket format. That's why I made that short video, and that's why I'm making this video. The idea is being pocket, so you have limited space, so you have limited rules. But this one actually has a free version. This pocketbook is a paid product, but it has a free version that has basically everything that is in this book. You can get it on Drive-Thru RPG, and it's just not printed as this pocketbook. It's like the big sheets of paper that you can just put in a folder and carry around. If you want this version, the pocket version, which is all designed to fit in this format, you have to go to questgivers.com and buy this specific version, this specific file. Okay, I'm going to stop calling it version because it's a file. Like the game is the same, it's just that this one here, it's a specific file that you have to pay for. But you can play it with the free version or the free files, the same. So if we go here very quickly through the book, so we don't take a lot of time in here, we have like the rules being explained. The font is very small because it's a pocket book, but I think it's readable. But I know some people can't read very small or don't like to read very small, so keep that in mind. So we have combat rules, rules for resting, healing, death, dealing with that, magic weapons, races, classes, and you have all the information about each class in here, magic spells, so you have a list to choose from, so limited, but that's the purpose of having a pocketbook. Easy, fast, and limited. Limited doesn't have to be a bad thing, guys. So we also have equipment, generating plots or adventures, a lot of art, which is another positive point of getting this file here. And then you have dungeon generator with rules and tables to generate all kinds of things that you might want, items, rules for the pocket master, which I think is so funny, and a table of monsters with all the statistics you might need for a combat. And we have quite a lot of monsters here actually for a pocket game. Description of the abilities that you might see in the table. And that's basically it. So you have the essentials here. It's very easy to play. It's very fast to play. If you are going to be a game master for this game, or even if you're going to play solo, I recommend going over the book a little bit once so you kind of understand how things work. But you can definitely generate things as you go with this one. So, which is one thing that I love about pocket games, because not everything is like set in stone. You have tables, you can roll for things, you can generate as you go. So this is Pocket Fantasy, is the first one, and I might say this is the most rules that we have of the suggestions I got for you today. It's the most dense, and at the same time, it's still a pocket game. It's still very light if we compare with a traditional RPG book. Okay, so this is Pocket Fantasy. Let's go to the next one. And the next one that I'm going to show you is this one called Wonders Wild and Deep. Just like Pocket Fantasy, this one was designed to kind of bring the most possible of a traditional RPG experience, but in a pocket format, or as much as it could bring. And you can see again small text because you have to fit the rules in here. So these two are the most dense in rules, but it's still very light. This one is the most dense in rules. This one is a little bit less. And this one actually has a companion. You have a book of core rules and you have a referee grimoire. So this is for the game master. If you're playing solo, of course you're going to use both equally, but if you're playing in a group and you are the game master, you're going to be referencing these things a lot. So you have a lot of rules in here, things like how you GM this game, just general tips, but you also have information about maps, treasure and artifacts, creatures and monsters, and some optional rules that you can adopt. So this one is a read that if you read once and you grasp the most important parts, you'll be okay in just referencing this once in a while. This is where we have all the rules for the game per se, for everybody, players and everyone. So we have like an introduction to character creation, and then we have more about creating the adventure towns, the challenge roles, which is basically the mechanic by which this game works, things about combat. There's something called Fate Roll. I'm not going over the rules on this one. I just want to explain the games a little bit because we don't have time to go over every single one of these games one by one, but maybe I can create a video specific for each one of those. So let me know in the comments. This one, I did put like a paper clip with the template for the character sheet in it. So that's just that, the character sheet. And yeah, so treasure, the camp, the strategy, learning skills. So it seems dense by the amount of text that we have here. Let me see if I can change the lighting for us. Okay, that's a little bit better. So we may think there is a little bit dense in rules, but it's more explanation. Okay, so once you read it and you get a grasp on what is actually the rule, it's quite light and it's quite simple. Okay, a lot simpler than Pocket Fantasy. So this is Wonders Wild and Deep, also tailored for fantasy. There's a little bit of art in here, which I like a lot. So yeah, this is this one. Let me put the character sheet back in here so I don't lose those things. Okay, good. So we went over those two already. Now let's go over to Extravagante. Okay, so Extravagante is a relatively new game. I mean, compared to those two, I think. But it's super fun. It's really cute. You can see by the art, I love this style. It's by Penflower Ink. I love their style. The art that they put out, not only in this game, but in like anything else you can see from this person, is just beautiful. I love it. And again, fantasy. We have also with this one a few more things. Okay, so we have a core rule book, we have a character creation book, and we have a pamphlet with a specific setting. So you don't need this one to play. It's just like an extra that they put out with, like, when they achieved some numbers on this one, on downloads or something like that. I don't quite remember, but they put it out. It's in the form of a pamphlet, but I cut it out and printed it as a book so that I could carry like the three together, maybe put an elastic around it and carry them together. So this one works with some different types of classes, and again, gorgeous art. So here we have the races. We have Gravekin, we have Cavekin, Littlekin, Middlekin, Lordkin, and we have Beastkin. So you can roll to decide what's your race going to be, or you can just choose one, your favorite one. And it has some information about that race. And then here we have the classes. So pretty standard, just that they have like different names for certain things, different races. It has a more cartoony feel to the fantasy of everything, which I absolutely love. So that's definitely something that I like to play. You have tables and lists, I guess, to roll on anytime you want. This one's for treasures. You have a example of a sample character. These ones were, I don't think they were actually part of this book. Don't take my books here as a standard of what the game is, because I downloaded the files and I printed things and I started matching, combining the things that I felt should be together. So like in the character book, I put not only the character rules but also the sample characters, and a sample character sheet here, which I am not 100% sure was available as the character book. Maybe it was a separate book or a pamphlet or something like that. I just put them together. So there might be some mix up in here that I honestly don't remember anymore. I just made what worked for me. And in the rule book, you have obviously rules on how it works, mechanics, like spell book, and just everything you might need to actually play the game. And I also put here a part of the pamphlet. The rest of the pamphlets I put here, and it's basically a pre-made adventure. You have like some pre-made monsters. I also put a sample monster character sheet in here so I can create my own monsters. And again, it has a cartoony fantasy feeling to it. Love it, so I definitely recommend. And the last one, this one is not in English, okay? This one is in Portuguese. It's a Brazilian created game. Its pocket is the simplest of all four and the shortest as well. With one sheet of paper, you can print this one. And this is more of a suggestion because some people ask me for games in Portuguese. I'm Brazilian. So this is Pocket Dragon, and just like the others, it has some rules for classes, races, the attributes, how combat works, and then we have magic stuff in here, and that's it, and a little bit of how experience points and leveling up and things like that work. So this is very simple. This is very quick and easy to play. It's very fast. To play this one solo, you need an oracle. Actually, to play these guys solo, you will need an oracle. It's possible. I have talked in other videos on how to change and adapt any RPG that you might be interested in playing to play them solo. This one were not designed to be played solo, but you can definitely do that. I do it all the time. And I do recommend, if you don't have anyone to play with and you want to try any of these 4 guys, I definitely recommend you look it up and download it and play it. And you can tell me in the comments, what do you think? Have you played this? Do you have any other suggestions? Would you like specific videos for any of those? Let me know in the comments. Leave your like in this video because that helps me a lot. And I hope to see you in our next video. Bye bye.